On a specified
found. Now playing.
We are good.
Yeah?
Yep.
Welcome to Schnozzcast, episode 48 for Saturday, November 30th, 2019. How's everybody doing?
Oh, fantastic.
Not you.
No.
The listeners. The viewers.
Thought you were trying to be
the
nice.
people who we've disappointed by starting late. That we have to now, we gotta claw our way back up out of the hole we've dug.
What's going on with my lamp?
I just saw it.
Oh, we did something.
Moved it for ambience lighting.
That ambience.
Did you switch it to just the on mode?
I did that thing where you turn the knob and it goes on.
Because it's,
You want it in the off mode?
no.
Yes.
Why do we want it flickering like that?
It's a flame, it's not a lamp.
No, it's a lamp. Pretty much. It's gonna mess with all Cory's video levels now, and what the hell are we gonna do?
We apologize for the late start. We switched locations and there were some hiccups involved in that.
Okay, do we wanna? Is it an amusing enough story to tell?
I mean, I don't
Or should we
think
just say
it's-
suffice
I don't
to
think
say
it's
we're
that
sorry?
easy. Yeah,
I mean,
we're sorry.
this is definitely the latest we've been, so maybe
Yeah.
a brief explanation?
Okay. So, Jesus. So if you're wondering where we are, all you need to do to answer that question is look around and ask yourself who's sitting in the best chair. And that's whose basement we're in. So we decided, Nick said, hey, we could do it at my house. And it'd be pretty cool. We should do that. Well, yeah, no worries. That shouldn't be a problem. We just pack everything up. So
I believe Bob's quote was, yeah, the stuff for the podcast travels very well. I helped transport it. It does not travel that well.
famous last words. No, it travels very well as long as you remember to pack all of it.
Not only did Bob have to take everything you see here, but the mixer almost had to go in its own protective bubble because Bob's like, hey, I spent a lot of time messing with all these knobs and bells and whistles, and if any of them are moved, I don't know how to put them back in.
He goes, well, just do what you did before. I go, that was a year ago.
All right.
Not to mention coolers full of things that we do shots of, beers, a giant duffel bag of other supplies like the stands and everything, and Bob was making quite the feast. So he had literally grocery bags of, special peppers and a pepper medley and sour cream and cilantro and chips and all kinds of stuff. So there was the backseat of my car was absolutely filled to the brim.
I had found a couple of good recipes online, and one of them I made for breakfast for the kids today, which was baked eggs with chorizo and potatoes. Turned out phenomenal. But I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I think I want to do the other one. The other one was nachos. And so I had already gone to the store, I already bought all the ingredients, and told Nick, I'm like, hey, here's what I want to do at your house. Do you have like a skillet? Do you have a baking sheet? Do you have this, that? It's like, hey, I'm good. So I packed all that up. Before I even got ready to go tonight, I packed everything up and put it right by the front door. Or so I thought. So Nick helped me put it all in the car, including the chair full of chairs we're sitting in. And off we went and got here and set everything up and sweated my ass off underneath the heat duct. And then we went upstairs and had a beer and watched a little TV and started making it. I think it was when we started making the nachos. It's probably 9 p.m., about 30 minutes before we were supposed to go live. And I go, fuck, you know what? And I had forgotten my laptop. Oh, no, actually I'd said that like right when we walked in, and I'm like, I could borrow your car to drive back to my house and pick up my laptop, or I could call Cory and see if he could swing by, because he's got a key to my house. He's like, yeah, Cory probably will get it. We'll just give him a call. So we did that and texted him right away, and Cory's like, yeah, we've got a key, and I'll swing by and pick it up. I'm like, awesome. So 9 o'clock rolls around, we're starting to work on the nachos, and I'm like, shit, man, I forgot I bought these Peppadew sweet peppers from Westbourne.
Every time he says
That would be really good, and like Cory knows exactly what they are. He's had them and he loves them, and he's excited for those to be on the nachos. Like they're in my fridge.
You knew what they were?
Yeah, I've had them before.
Yeah.
Little red pumpkins.
They're really, really good, and I bought a nice big container of them. So I'm like, let me give him a call again, and I'm like, hey man, while you're there, can you just like top shelf of the fridge? Can you just grab these? They're like, yeah, okay, no problem. And then the clock is ticking down, and so we're supposed to start at 9:30, and it's like 9:20, 9:25, and it's like 9:29, and then I get my phone rings, and it's Cory. And he's like, hey, I'm at my house, and your daughter borrowed our key and she never get back, so I don't have a key to your house. I'm like, okay, just stay put. So I call Christy, and I'm like, hey, do you have a key? And she's like, yep, just tell Cory to swing by and get it. So I'm like, all right, Cory, go to her house and grab it, then you have to go to my house and get the stuff, and then come home. And we're already like supposed to have started by now, but this is on me. I'm like, hey, I need you to stop by the house and everything. So I'm telling Nick all this stuff. He's like, oh man. And about 10 minutes later, I go, you know what else I forgot? I forgot Danielle's word box. He's like, no, that's got to be here. Cory was waiting for it to be here.
Oh, I did say it. That would be something he would be upset about.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't call him again.
There were too many.
I don't even know if he's still at my house, but he's not even going to pick the phone if I call him again. So I tried calling Danielle. Danielle left her phone in the car, so went to voicemail. So I'm like, I got to call him now. And luckily, he had to take a bathroom break in my house before leaving to come here to Nick's, and that's the only reason I called him. And he's like, yeah. I go, hey, while you're there. So he's like, oh my God, really? Okay.
You should have seen him for like a slight moment. He kind of like looked at his phone. And I go, what are you doing? He's like, I can't call Cory again.
No, he's gonna hang up on me.
That'll be his breaking point. And then he called Danielle. It didn't work. I said, just fucking call Cory, dude. He's there. And he goes, hey man, listen, see over there, over on the shelf there. What, man? What? I had a lot of stuff to bring, and I just started cracking up because I knew Cory was like, God damn it, Bob.
No, Cory, to his credit, Cory was very, very cool about all of it.
I try.
But part of me thinks it's because you knew that you were going to get a pass for not being here at 9:30. because I gave you all these other trips to make.
Oh, I told him, I said, Cory loves this now because he can be as late as he possibly wants. And it's all going to be your fault.
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah, we would have been cutting it close.
I told Bob. Bob even said, he goes, I said, he wouldn't have been on time regardless. And he's like, I know, but I can't say that to him tonight. Not after all he's done.
After all I put him
exactly.
But yeah,
like planes, trains, and automobiles.
There was no way.
Yeah.
Because I told him, I said, dude. The first time he called, even if the assumption that you had the key, he's like, he called me from my house, and it was already like 9:31.
From your house, yeah, not
right.
from mine.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right, but so anyway, for everybody out there who's like, I don't give a shit why you're late, just get on with it. That's the backstory, so we can move on from there. But the nachos were good. And so I'm 2 for 2 on the recipes today. Kind of proud of it. Because I'm not a chef.
Oh, yeah?
Stretch. Oh, yeah. That's my kids.
How about that?
He does something.
That's my kids.
Does something with computers.
Yeah.
It's about the extent of the knowledge that I have about Bob's job.
Kermit the Frog. All day. So
going around the table.
Yeah, around the table. We'll do housekeeping. Cory Selesky, thank you for all your hard work tonight.
Oh, no problem. It was absolutely well worth it.
I appreciate it. Danielle Finn,
Yes.
how was your evening?
Good.
And what'd you do?
We were babysitting.
When you say we were babysitting,
Yeah, hold on.
He came with me.
how much sitting of the babies did he actually do?
He played with him. He's 2. He's not like
Yeah,
a
but
baby
what did he do
baby.
with the baby?
He's not like a baby baby. He's a toddler.
Okay, So he did take the pressure off a little bit.
I mean, no.
So
I had to
He
change
was-
a diaper and he ran for the hills.
oh, okay. All right.
Cory's in quite the positive mood today for not going out last night.
Positive Pam.
Everything's late today. Having to babysit. I don't know if there's a breaking point that's about to happen that we're going to witness, or.
There might be. No, I'm just glad for once that not getting yelled at for being late since
I
someone
knew
forgot
you were so-
everything
yeah.
under the sun.
You were like-
Get a jail free card.
If I still got to stop at the gas station,
Not
I
my
can do
fault
that.
anymore.
Right.
Oh, we did. They stopped at 7-Eleven.
Stopped at the side of the road, got out, looked at the stars for a little while. marveled at
Browsed
the
around the store, saw what the wares they were peddling.
Oh, they got these in Mesquite now.
Went back to Danielle's, picked something extra up, came back again.
Saw a 9:30 show at the theater.
An evening matinee.
Big Bader, how are you, sir?
Not so bad. Just want to piggyback on that and almost said it correctly.
Yeah.
You did say it correctly.
And say that we appreciate that, Cory, and obviously Danielle, because I'm sure she was the backbone. And we appreciate Bob for bringing all that food over. That was delicious.
Very good.
No worries.
Your basement is hot as hell, just FYI.
It's warm now?
Ah,
I'm
see?
taking my boots off. My feet are so hot.
Oh,
that's-
hey, we're not on a plane right now.
Well, too bad.
Flying a coach.
Too bad, so sad.
your basement is hot as hell.
And now your basement smells like feet.
Right. That's wonderful.
Nachos and feet.
Oh, my feet are starting to sweat, so I'll take my shoes off on the table.
So they can sweat all over your carpet.
Yeah.
Why is the carpet wet over there? Danielle was podcasting.
Feet are not wet.
All right, damp. Let's say
No, they're not
moist.
damp
Are they
either.
moist?
No, they're not moist. They're warm.
Well, all right, so housekeeping. Hey, Cory.
No. No.
Yes. You haven't asked Danielle in a while.
Nope.
Yeah, I have. But every time I asked her, she's like, I don't know.
Exactly.
That was a good Danielle.
Hey, Cory, if the folks wanted to send us an email, where can they go?
Schnozzcast@gmail.com.
Excellent. And if they send us an email, will we respond?
Oh, of course.
Actually, as far as a percent of the time, is it 90% of the time we'll respond?
I'm going to go with 110%. And I'll also guarantee a response within 5 minutes.
Wow. Putting your balls where your mouth is. Well,
I'm putting your balls where your mouth is.
I don't check that thing. No one's ever
Oh,
sent us
good.
one.
That's great to know.
The only
thanks,
people who
Bob.
sent us one is YouTube. Hey, you violated the terms of service.
No.
No,
Thanks.
please send us an email. We would love to read it on the air. If you don't want us to, please state as such in the email. But we'd also love to take questions, existential as they may be, or scatological, or mundane. We'll take any and all comers. Hey, Danielle.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask anything.
Don't, because I won't remember. I'll say it wrong, and then I get yelled at anyway. So I'm like,
No,
what's the point?
okay. So somehow we really gave her a complex.
Because I said the email wrong.
What's the email address again?
I don't know.
He just said it.
Yeah, he did just say it.
Nope.
Danielle, were you not even listening to your own boyfriend?
No, I was,
It's
but
the Schnozzcast.
Hey, Nick.
it's just easy if I don't know information.
Yeah, Bob.
Hey, if someone really likes or positively hates our podcast on whatever platform you're listening to it on, what can they do?
They can go rate us. Give us 5-star, give us 1-star, teddy bear emoji, whatever you want to do.
What if they use the poop emoji?
That works too.
Take that as negative feedback.
What if you got a 5-star and a poop emoji from the same person?
That's more like a 6-star kind of rating.
I feel like it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe that's the closest thing they could find to the chocolate starfish.
And that's housekeeping for the day.
There's one more thing I'd like to add to that. As far as the question we got asked today from Mr. Todd Bonner
Yeah, we noticed that.
Yeah.
about coming on the show.
Yeah.
I definitely think we need to get that set up. Especially since he was the one that reached back out to us now.
Right.
And is like, hey, I'd still like to be on the
Dude,
show.
I've been asking you to reach out to him and
Well,
let's get him to the podcast for a long time.
Well, so what I was
And
thinking...
now that he's taken the ball into his own hands and swished it
I mean,
from half-court line.
we will have episode 50 coming up.
I don't follow Bob.
It's a sports
basketball
reference.
analogy. Yeah, that's why I responded. I'm like, we got to get this shit going because now he's actually asking us. So
Yes,
we could
thank
try
you,
to
Todd,
do-
for reaching out. I mean,
Yeah.
but I know he's been very, very busy lately. Just had a new...
Well, let's let him respond and tell us when he's available. And he knows it's on the weekends, whether it's Friday night or Saturday night. Can vary, but if he tells us when he's available, we'll try to make it work.
I definitely think that'd be quite a great episode.
Yep.
We tried leaving that in Cory's
Shake your
very,
hands.
very confident and shaky hands, but apparently it didn't work. So now Bob and I are working with Todd Bonner independently from Cory.
If Todd even knows who I am, he's probably like, who the fuck is this emailing me?
Yeah,
He doesn't represent that. His
I'm
last
not-
name isn't Selesky.
I'm in the car and I'm scrolling through and I said, well, Todd Bonner just said something about
On his phone.
Jerry Atkins.
Shows me the phone.
whoever.
Jeff Atkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Jerry Atkins. That sounds like a medical
It's a
term.
country singer. Right.
well, he's got Jerry Atkins,
Yeah.
Jerry Atkins syndrome.
Jeff Atkins.
Yeah, I said, aren't those the paranormal guys? And Bob's like, yeah. He goes, give me your phone. I said, what do you mean? Give me your phone, I want to respond. I said, no, it's not underneath the Schnozzcast thing. He's like, yeah, I know. And I said, it's under my name. And he goes, that's fine, let me respond. I said, respond under your own name. Why would you? I said, he doesn't know me. He goes, he doesn't know me either. And I said, well, here, let me log into this. I'll just do it from mine. And I'm like, oh, okay.
We were like an old married couple bickering in the car.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going down to get you granola for breakfast. You go down and get it yourself.
I didn't understand. Yeah, well, who's this Nick asshole that's messaging me?
Do you know what he said after he got my message?
Who's this Bob asshole?
Exactly.
Well, that's why you should have done it on the Schnozzcast. But then,
Well, again,
yeah,
right.
what we talked about.
Yep. So,
Oh, because Cory would be getting the credit.
no, it was nothing about credit. But I just didn't want it to go down into a black hole from which the correspondence would never be heard from again.
Bob's like, Cory was the one who's supposed to take care of us in the first place. And if he messages him back on the Schnozzcast and Cory's going to be the one who's bad, I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be us. And he's like, and I really want him on the show.
Of course, this was
I mean,
earlier in the evening from the guy who ended up forgetting half of the podcast.
I was going to say, I could have responded back to him, but I was too busy running around grabbing things all over the neighborhood. So,
Going to
I know.
Bob's ex-wife's house to
Yeah.
get us extra set of keys. And
Oh, yeah.
which even she got upset at me.
Did she really?
Not upset at me. She was trying to get the one key off. And finally she said, oh, fuck it, here, just take them all. I'm like, oh, I hope you don't need any of these keys, because who knows when they're coming back.
Yeah, I'll get back to her.
And you also need to speak to Cecilia about turning over the spare key that we have.
Well, how long ago was it that you actually went in my house when I was out of town?
When was the last time you were out of town?
It was like August.
Probably.
That would have been it then.
Why would she have needed to borrow them since August?
She didn't. She just borrowed it for that one day because she needed it and has never...
But it must have been after August then, after you went in the house.
Oh, after I went in, yeah. Yeah, no, it was after that.
Okay.
It was sometime late summer.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah, because she called my mom one day and needed access to the spare key, and she still has it somewhere.
I'll get
Maybe
her,
you just
get her
lost
calendar
it.
and take it up with her.
maybe you just lost it and it was just a midsummer night's dream.
No.
Groan.
Regrettable. All right, so Nick, are you going to grab something to drink?
We are 20 minutes in.
Yeah, it's been a long enough night.
Oh.
Oh, what we do for you people out there.
You people.
You people. What kind of a derogatory phrase is that? You people. So a couple of things that I wanted to get to tonight.
Stop staring at me. His eyes are following me around the basement.
Creeping you out?
Here, just pass right over. I'll start pouring shots. Thank you.
Yeah, I knew you'd not know what to do with that, so.
There we go.
This is gonna get to be challenging.
Challenging.
You alright?
Oh, that's just nice.
Nothing to do with broken glass. Or
Yeah, because the bottom looks like. Oh, there's a divot in the bottom. Okay.
something? Okay. This is the one where you said you wanted the bottle, right? And you were gonna use your
The Kinkajou that's right over there.
yeah
Yeah,
to make a glass out of
that's funny.
it. No, I'm asking seriously.
Okay, I'll just pour the shots then. Give me the bottle. I'll start pouring.
All right, so let's get right into it. We're going to do shots, and then we're going to get into Danielle's word box.
Exactly.
I have fully repopulated the word box and put a few special surprises in there for Danielle,
Fantastic.
I love it.
and all in good
Can I
fun.
just have like half of it?
I'm sorry.
Can I just have half?
Speaking of the microphone.
Half.
half whole.
Thank you.
Half
You got it.
whole.
When the news only used to be a happy hour.
Oh, my finger bent.
Your finger been?
My fingerprints are burning off from the deep freeze. Oh my god. So I was very excited about the fact that I have a.
Whoa, hold on.
What?
How'd that bottle make its way over here?
I brought it. Why?
Never seen that bottle again.
Well,
No.
didn't you tell him he could have the bottle when we were done with it?
No!
Corey's the one that said
Why?
he wanted it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Because Nick was all excited about, ooh, I'm taking Corey's like, wait.
Yeah, and it's like, once this bottle's done.
Wait, so you're saying we went through a whole story about the Kinkajou, which basically was to describe how Nick was going to score the glass and or the bottle and make a glass out of it.
At the end of it, he made some kind of.
When
It
you
was
waited till
fun.
it was done, you're like, you're not getting that glass.
Some
Before you started talking about cutting it off,
Oh.
Corey was, Corey
You know,
was like, no.
And then Nick tried to turn around. He's like, oh, but I mean, I'm going to do that for you.
Yeah, I could do it for him. That's no problem.
Okay.
Because
I'll let you guys fight it out
Because
then.
I said, I'm like, what are you going to put flowers in it?
Look, I brought.
What are you going to do?
I
with it?
just might.
brought moonshine. I brought that, and I brought whatever fireball I had. So I'm like, you guys can fight it out.
Let me put this up on my shelf. Ah, there it is. Just as long as Nick doesn't have it.
Peter Griffin, would you like to introduce the listeners to what we're about to do here?
Ooh, we're going to do a peanut butter cup shot. This is Tennessee Lysol?
That's Tennessee
No,
Lysol.
not Lysol.
Tennessee Legend.
Not only good for drinking, great for cleaning.
Oh my god.
Apparently bad for your eyesight.
Makes tiles
as well.
Ah, it
Tiles
burns.
sparkly clean. Well, it's like in
I failed all my exams after I had that.
the Tennessee part's legible, but then it's like in old Uncle Henry's handwriting on the legend part. So
And taking a guess, you figured safest one was Lysol.
yeah,
Probably.
Tennessee Lysol.
Odds are it says Lysol more than any other L word.
See, now that's how I feel trying to read the word box.
It says it's from it's a Johnson and Johnson company, apparently.
I know you're not our dancing bear, but if I could prevail upon Peter Griffin to take us into this shot and put us on hold so the listeners can get their own.
Oh boy, I'm not at my top game with Peter today.
You just did it.
I know, but the back of my throat's hurting a little bit because I think I'm a little sick.
All right. Well, so
Deep throated too much.
listeners,
Yeah.
viewers, if you want to pause
Bob and
this.
I had a lot of time to kill. So yeah, if you guys want, what'd she say?
I don't know.
What happened?
I think your comment about the back of your throat kind of got her.
Oh, really? No, I've been
Are
caught.
you all right?
Yeah.
So,
I feel like the first thing that came to her mind was the first thing that came to my mind was.
well, that's why you guys work so fantastically together.
We tried.
So yeah, peanut butter cup shot. If you don't have anything, pause us. Come on back. And we're back.
All right. Click, click, click.
Peanut buttery.
That is the peanut butter finish. Whew. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for a segment that we love to call Danielle's Word Box.
Oh, where is that?
Oh, this is great. So Danielle's word box was initiated. Cory and I were brainstorming one night, and we know that Danielle sometimes puts a little extra a little bit more
A little
about
extra wind. CH.
it's like a front coming through. Special.
We describe it the same way every
I
single
know, but
episode.
it's some of the words have a little bit more.
Get a little wispy.
Yeah, and
Nazi.
so we thought, in your boyfriend's defense, he was a little apprehensive to do it the first time. He's like, she's either going to go along with it or she's going to be really pissed off. And I was like, no, she's not. It's Danielle. She's not going to get pissed off. And if she doesn't want to do it, she just doesn't want to do it, you know. So we came up with these words, and we forced her to stand on a podium and read them off every week.
And I pretty much botch them every time.
But what was my favorite one?
Oh, there's been so many good ones.
But the last one that was supposed to be schizophrenic.
We made it the name of the episode because it was so funny. It was instead of schizophrenic, it was schismork.
She goes, but there was the upward inflection of schismork?
Right. I put an exclamation point at the end of it, but I probably should have put a question mark.
Oh,
like
God.
a ... question mark.
And I think a little pee came out that night because I laughed. Because there's just no explanation how anything could be schismork because I just never even heard of it before in my life.
All right, man. You ready to pick?
Okay.
Oh, there's a lot of them in there.
These are different sizes.
Misleading?
Oh, this is weird. Holy, this is not.
Yep.
Why is there like 75 words on here?
Because
I get to pick
some
one?
of them are words, no, but some of them are tongue twisters.
Oh. I had nothing to do with this.
Neither did I.
This is a double English major in his playground right now.
I'm gonna fucking botch the hell out of this.
That's all right. Just read
Well, 'cause
left
I
to
don't-
right, top to bottom.
I'm gonna start.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
I don't know what the third word is.
You got to talk in the mic though.
I don't know what the third word is.
Well, you give it a shot.
Give her hell.
You didn't know what schismork was either. To this day, none of us do.
Brisk, brave. Mm.
Is it just a bunch of M's?
No. Yep. Next word. I don't want to say it because I'm going to say it wrong.
Doesn't matter. No one's judging.
Brigaders? Brigaders?
Brigadiers.
Or that.
Okay.
Cory.
Bansheed. Broad, bright, blades, blunder, buses, and bludgeons, balancing them badly.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's
Not
pretty
bad at all.
Now very fast.
I was saying that now under 2
Now
seconds.
double time.
No. One and done. Why is it like, well, that's a lot of words.
The tongue twisters generally have a few words in them.
No.
More than one. What was that third word? What's it?
I don't know.
Let me see.
Is it a G?
You got the third word.
I did?
Brigadiers.
Yeah,
Oh, I
brigadiers.
thought I was wrong.
Brisk, brave, brigadiers, brandish, brand, bright blades, blunderbusses, and bludgeons, balancing them badly. Nice.
Not bad.
Thanks.
Well done. FYI, they will not all be that easy.
Of course. Why would they be?
And that was Danielle's word box. There are single words in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why they'd be different
A few.
sizes.
Yeah, many words generally take up more space than single words.
Good job.
Why are you? Why are you making that
The
face?
putting of two.
Very condescending
It
sounding.
wasn't condescending. You put 2 and 2 together very well there.
Danielle, the puzzle piece ring that you're wearing,
Mm-hmm.
does Cory have some piece of jewelry on him that's also a puzzle, like to represent the
Fit together.
relationship?
No.
You're missing.
Wonder Twin Powers. Act.
Well, maybe you're not
No.
too far off, but that means something way different than that.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
No, my mom bought it for me.
Oh, that's nice.
It's for autism.
Oh, cool.
Good job, asshole.
Was I making fun of it?
I feel like that's the route you were going.
No, it was like, the heart half.
Yeah, of course it was when it wasn't about autism.
Right.
I mean, give him some credit.
Callie,
Everything's funny unless it's autism.
Callie gave you props for your reading of the word box.
Thanks, Callie.
Well done. She said, yay, Danielle.
Do you think Callie sits there with like chewing off her fingernails, waiting to see if Danielle will be able to make it through?
I would hope. Only way to do it.
Like, what are those sons of bitches doing to her tonight?
And she bit her finger off when she heard Skizmore.
She was like, no! Danielle. Representing all of the entire female gender. No, we appreciate it. You're always a good sport.
I try.
And I was so hoping you were going to pick a tongue twister.
There you go.
There you have it.
There you have it.
So the funny thing is that the gentleman's agreement.
Yes. I can tell you how I think the gentleman's agreement started.
Okay.
I think it started with, I was sending you guys a text about content for the next episode and stuff to think about. And I think I suggested, like, why don't we do a gentleman's agreement where, like, I make a suggestion for Cory, like something, let's say a movie, for example, that he would have to watch before the next podcast, and then he would make a suggestion for you.
Oh,
and
was
you'd
this
make a
when you guys
suggestion for
switched
me.
text messages? You weren't texting me in the middle of the night?
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
You didn't wake me up, though.
But it was just the idea. And then, and I think I had been listening to one of the earlier podcasts, like one episode back, because I was trying to edit it and get it up on iTunes. And I heard the part where we were talking about your old timey saloon, the Midnight Star, and
Oh, Jesus.
You were with me when I bought it.
When who bought it?
When you bought it.
Okay.
you guys are over there?
Oh, yes.
I'm making fun of my can.
Your cans?
Can not.
We love your cans, Danielle. Don't get it twisted. Sorry, we hate your cans, Danielle.
That's more like
They're disgusting. But yeah, so I'm like, oh yeah, in that episode I actually said, oh Nick, because of the Old Timey Saloon, you should watch Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Awesome movie, right in that same kind of era, based on what we're talking about, this Old Timey Saloon. You'll love it. And so while we were sending text messages, I heard that again, and I'm like, oh yeah, hey Nick, and I think I said it just to you. Hey Nick, remember to watch Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And you're like, you either said okay, or I didn't get any response. I can't remember which one. Then,
Yeah, so I read it and I was like, oh fuck, man, we did tell Bob we would do this. So
you really never did. It was just an idea.
Right, but I knew there would be carping and grousing going on if we didn't. So I'm like, I told Cory at work, I was like, hey man, did you ever watch that thing that Bob told us about? He's like, oh, I didn't watch anything. And I said,
I was kind of confused because I'm like,
Because
watch what?
I never sent it to you.
Right.
And I never asked you directly to do it, but he figured that I had.
yeah. And I said, Butch Cassidy. And he's like, okay. What's it on? Is it on Netflix or what's it on? So I told him it was on Amazon. He's like, all right. He ends up watching it immediately. He loves it. I love it. I tell Bob, and I'm like, well, I said, here's the only caveat. They're both called Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
No. When we were talking about it, you said, hey, well, we did watch it.
Yeah, I said we did watch it.
I'm like, cool. How'd you like it?
I said it was awesome. I said, but there were two of them. He's like, what do you mean? I said, well, there's two, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I said, but one was like from the 70s. Like, yeah, that's the one you're supposed to watch.
Oopsie.
And we totally watched. The other one was just a documentary.
Oh.
And he started like freaking. He's like, of course I'm not going to make you watch a documentary. It's the movie.
I prefer the documentary.
Right, so did I. I'm like, I don't want to watch Paul Newman.
He's probably one of the greatest actors of all time.
Hated salad dressing.
Right.
Also one of the greatest salad dressing purveyors of all time.
But Cory and I...
This is not a podcast about how cool Paul Newman is.
No, so I'm like, well, it was... And Bob found out that, he's like, well, why would you watch a documentary about a movie. Why wouldn't you just watch the movie? I'm like, it wasn't a documentary about the movie. It was about his life. And well, I guess it's all is not lost then. So he said, you know, at least there's some opportunity that maybe you'll still go back to it. And I said, oh yeah, I'll watch it for sure.
Right. Well, he didn't spoil the movie for you.
But as a pick of the week, if you haven't seen it, go on Amazon, watch Bush Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It's the documentary from 2013 or 14 or something like that.
Definitely not the 70s.
2014.
And Paul Newman is not in it.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's all about the life of Butch Cassidy. Is
was
it going to the Sundance Kid as well, or just Butch Cassidy?
Both.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It was actually a really good documentary.
No, I want to watch it now. But I was just happy to, once we kind of got on the same page, I'm like, oh, okay, it didn't ruin the movie for you. You can still watch the movie.
I ended up asking, I was like, oh, did you watch, The Keepers? Which you didn't.
No, that's not what you asked me
I know,
upstairs.
but you didn't.
No, but you didn't ask me what the
I
Keepers
know, but
upstairs.
we've told you about it.
When was a part of
If
the
we've
gentleman's...
we've told you need to watch it.
Oh, yeah,
and also,
absolutely.
I asked him, I said, you end up watching The Highwayman? No,
Highwayman,
man,
yeah.
no, I got too much going on. I said, so apparently this gentleman's agreement only works in one direction, huh? He's like,
Well, the gentleman's agreement never actually took off. It was just an idea. And even the Butch Cassidy wasn't the gentleman's agreement. I just said, hey, I think you'd really love this movie because we're talking about the old timey saloon.
So now, here's the thing.
So you can't really get mad at me because you didn't even watch the movie that you think you were supposed to watch.
I know, but the intent was there.
You just ended up watching some other related documentary that you, by the way, loved.
And he said, he's like, yeah, well, you still didn't do it. I said, yeah, but Cory and I dedicated, an hour and a half of our time to seemingly your idea. I'm like, we've told you all the time about stuff, and you're like, nah, get around to it. I want to finish Mad Men or some bullshit.
I watched The Irishman, which is a 3.5-hour Scorsese documentary, or not documentary, but film that went from theaters to Netflix, and I think it was released the day before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's 3.5 hours there in my life that I needed.
I'm gonna say that one did look good too.
Well, it is really, really good. But even that wasn't part of the gentleman's agreement. That's just something I'm like, oh, I've been waiting this for forever, and now it's out. I have to watch it. So, going back to the gentleman's agreement, we could legitimately kick it off tonight if everybody's got a suggestion. And if let's say my gentleman's agreement is with Nick to watch The Highwaymen, then I'll take that.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I think before it can take back off,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have to watch two things. One for me and Cory, because we
Why?
thought we watched something for you.
But I didn't ask you to.
I was even more confused too because I'm like, I don't remember Bob even talking about
I didn't.
this. So
I don't need to watch two things for you
I
guys.
think you do though.
No.
I think he does.
Yeah.
No, that's a flimsy case, supported by no evidence.
No,
I think you're better off resetting the clock at 0.
no evidence is needed in a gentleman's agreement, sir. That's why it's called a gentleman's agreement.
Okay, so with no evidence, I proclaim that I don't have to do your gentleman's agreement. Because
That's not how a gentleman's agreement works.
Because your logic is bullshit.
No, it's pretty spot on.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Explain to me how it's spot on.
Don't need to, it is.
Yeah, so that tells me that's not. I'm more than happy to do the gentleman's agreement. You're right.
No.
You're used to being somewhere where you can pull the cord tight from the headphone mixer so that it doesn't, right?
Something like that.
See, I thought way ahead. I put mine all the way down here.
Yeah.
So when,
What's
Nick
that?
started, so when Nick started messing around.
I couldn't get that port to work.
Ooh, I got it.
Oh, you did? Oh no, sorry, it was that one. All right,
Nice,
everybody
easy.
good?
Nice and still.
Everybody good?
For now.
No sudden movements.
For now? All right, so so if we're going right from Danielle's word box into pick of the week, that's your pick?
What's that?
Documentary?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Are you cool with that? Because that can't be your pick then.
He didn't.
No, I'm
Yeah,
more than
he's-
fine with that.
All right.
Because like I said, I was kind of brought into it on the back end that
Ooh, yeah.
I was like, oh, oh.
Yeah, you were.
So yeah, the only reason I watched it because
Wow.
I thought I completely just blanked out on a whole conversation that we had. And
He immediately was on board, though. He's like, oh, okay.
I mean, everyone knows who Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid are. I would assume so. So I'm like, yeah, watching a documentary on them, that's not a bad idea.
But you learned a lot from that documentary.
Danielle, who are they?
Right?
I've heard of them.
And Nick did make the mention that people should go back to robbing trains.
Yeah.
Because it's even easier now than it was in the 1800s.
Like, I don't think.
Security is so lax.
Well, I'm like, I don't think they're just.
And they carry all that gold.
Right. I don't think they're just transporting that kind of money on trains anymore. Easier ways to do that now.
But that was probably those were the days when you could ride the train.
1859.
Was that the year that he died? Or was that
No,
one of the years he
1910 was the year that they were
Doing all that.
No, they were doing it from the late 1850s all the way through the early 1900s. I want to say 1910 was the date though that the locals got into the gun battle with them.
The Pinkertons.
The Pinkertons, yes, they got into the gun battle with them at the house, and so it's said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't.
Right. It's spoiler alert.
I'll say yeah. This is definitely a spoiler alert. But so it was said that.
How was it a spoiler alert? He's a real character, a real
No,
person.
well, no, because not too many people might know the actual ending of because
But
there's
it's not the ending of a movie. It's how he.
no, right. But it goes two ways. You have so basically you have the people that say, okay, well they were held up in this house, and Butch Cassidy shot the Sundance Kid in the head while they were in the house, and then killed himself. Then you also have other people saying that there was not enough people there to really corroborate the story that they actually died or were dead. No one ever provided bodies. They said, oh, they were buried out in
Right.
Bolivia or wherever they were at.
Yeah.
And
Argentina.
Believe
I think it was Bolivia.
Yeah.
But they were buried there. But no one ever provided evidence of bodies or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people say that they weren't killed there. They were let go or got away and lived until, their natural deaths.
Right.
So it's like I said, it's up in the air. Some people think one way, others think the other. But
Yeah, I guess I do. It's an interesting question, though. But I would say that if it's a real person and it's something you could look up on Wikipedia, I don't think it should be. You should have to say spoiler alert before talking about details that people who or students of history should already know.
Well, yeah, but it's only a spoiler alert if you're going to watch the documentary and the fact that you don't know how you just heard of them, you know what they were about.
But you could literally read the Wikipedia page on them and know everything that's in the documentary.
I would have to look up the Wikipedia page to see if that's
assuming it's accurate.
I would say because if the ending that Wikipedia has is that to this day they've never been found.
I assume if that's the real truth, that Wikipedia being one of the more trustworthy,
Is Wikipedia really that trustworthy?
Wikipedia is because it's policed by the internet. So all of those things have to be verified, and they're subject to review by people who frequent Wikipedia.
Eloquently said, Beth.
But that being said, I could go on there and change it right now if I wanted to.
You could, but then all the Wikipedia people who had contributed to it or had interest in that and interest in making sure that the facts were accurate would deny your post. It's very difficult to maintain an incorrect or factually inaccurate post on Wikipedia. But if it's speculation, like how did Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid die, if it's never been proven, then you could put any theory that you want out there,
right.
unless it's completely specious and there's no evidence for it at all. It would be logged as another possible way that they might have died, because there's really no proof that anyone knows as to what actually happened.
Right. Well, that makes sense.
So, you with us there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you have a pick of the week? Do you want to keep going just to keep yourself?
Do, but I don't know what one he's gonna say.
Well, why don't you say which one you're gonna say?
Because I don't know which one I want to. I want to say one different if he's gonna say something else.
Just go.
Because I want to know which one you're gonna pick.
All right. What?
I don't even think my pick.
Why don't you have him whisper into your ear?
No, my pick of the week is nowhere near what.
Put your ear up to the microphone, and he'll talk into his microphone, and then you'll hear what he has.
I can't remember if I've talked about the one or not. I feel like I need to write them down. I can't
Cory,
remember.
Probably a good idea.
Has she talked about the one?
Or not.
I don't know what. I don't know what the
Did
one.
I talk about the one
You know
on
the
Disney
one.
Plus yet?
The Maker.
The documentary?
Yeah.
I did?
The Imagineers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
talked about that.
Okay,
Yes,
so I'm
yeah.
one then. We watched it on Amazon Prime. It's Haunting in Saginaw, is that what it's called?
Well, so to elaborate on what she's referring to, there's a local gentleman that lives in Saginaw. Apparently, he's also a rapper on the side.
It's a paranormal
But
investigator.
he's a
Paranormal rapper.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
I didn't
but
it goes by Prozac.
He does not.
yes, he
Yes,
does.
he does.
His stage name's Prozac,
Fail. Name fail.
But
Sorry,
which-
sorry Prozac.
which is actually kind of funny because watching he's got a very, I'd say there's at least 10 episodes now
Yes.
that he has on Prime Video that
Of him rapping?
No, of his investigations.
paranormal investigations.
Does he rap during the investigation?
No, I've never seen him rap.
You would never.
He raps?
You would no.
He's a
You
part-time
just said
rapper.
no.
Oh, he doesn't rap.
He does.
He's
You just said no.
He's a
not on the
part-time
show.
rapper.
No, I know, but he's
Oh.
a rapper.
That's apparently
Yeah.
that's how he.
I just wanted to know if he rapped on the show.
No.
Yeah, no, he does not do that. Actually, you would never guess on the show. I mean, he's insanely professional and very like
Are you
What-
saying rappers are professional?
basically. No, on the show you never would guess.
Okay.
That's what he does on the side or whatever. But
Okay.
On the show, he's professional, so he's Prozac. Through the streets, he's Prozac.
But
On the schneid.
they did when it was in Saginaw about this house, and it was the creepiest thing I've ever fucking seen.
it was a haunting on Brockmeyer Street.
I think so. Which they did like a huge premiere in Saginaw last 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
For it. But
Why was it so creepy?
just all the shit that happened and
It was one of the first paranormal episodes I've watched that the homeowner themselves actually had evidence, and not just like a tiny little bit. Like she stood there with a 15-minute video up in her hallway, and you could hear people walking back and forth.
doors
Just
slamming.
One door opened, slammed shut.
And there's no way there was like a speaker system with some sort of a CD of spooky sounds playing in the background.
No.
Or there's fishing line and people are just doing it to make money.
No, even on top of that, you hear it walking down the hallway, and it goes into the bathroom with the door shut for the bathroom. You see the light come on. You can actually see, like, if you were to be outside the bathroom and someone would be walking around inside, how it kind of blocks the light under the door. I mean, you can clearly see that.
How can an apparition block light? Aren't they transparent?
Not always. If there's a dark mass, light's not going to go through a dark mass.
But then they even
I think we're really fucking ourselves in the ass here for getting the paranormal folks on this
I'm
podcast.
actually.
If we keep ripping on paranormal investigators.
I can tell you, I'm giving you good information, and Todd will
we
back it up.
We are trying to be amusing and shitting all over it, so let's stop that.
But no, I mean, even because we watch a lot of like the ghost adventures and all that, and like there's some like creepy stuff, but I've never been more freaked out watching an episode of
And as a matter of
that
fact,
we've watched.
they actually had an investigator come out by the name of Steve Gonslaves, who was one of the original ghost hunters from TAPS when it
Taps? It's taps.
the Transatlantic Paranormal Society.
Okay.
They were the ones that were big on. I would say it was A&E, but Keegan and I actually went and saw them. We got to see them live, and they did a Q&A and showed a bunch of their evidence they've caught. And so this guy, he's been doing this for going on 15 years now.
Okay. So when I think paranormal investigators, I just think ghost hunters because it's the biggest name I know.
Well, that was he was on the ghost. He was one of the original guys from
but
that show.
But I stupidly think like, oh, those are the only people that are doing it, and I'm sure they weren't the first ones. I'm sure maybe they're the biggest ones, but they're not necessarily the most thorough ones or whatever. It's like someone who's never watched a Bill Murray film going, oh yeah, I heard about Caddyshack.
Right. Well, and there's tons of different groups, and every group has their own different way of doing stuff. And again, That's would be awesome to have Todd on to explain, because I mean I know a little bit just from being a fan of it over the years,
Right.
and going to some investigations that Todd's group put on and all that. But I know Todd and Jeff could really get into how things are looked at from their group's perspective, and how they feel
Yeah.
collecting evidence and all that.
I feel like I can't speak for Nick, but I feel like this would be a great opportunity to have that conversation, because you two guys, Cory and Danielle, have gone on the Eloise tour and have watched the shows. You're much more familiar with the subject matter than I am. I really know nothing about it.
I hadn't known
looked into
anything
it.
before him.
But
so
it'd be cool to have someone like Todd, explain it to me, so that he knows that he doesn't have to convince you guys of the methodologies that he's using, or
by no
things that
means,
happen.
no.
But we don't. Nick and I don't really have any he'd be teaching us about how it works and what he does and how he does it. So I think it'd be a good conversation.
Yeah. But it's really creepy. Really creepy.
Okay. So sorry, the name of your pick again was what?
Haunting
Saginaw?
and
A haunting. Yeah. Well, it's the name of the series is A Haunting. And then
just episodes are
every
different
episode
places?
changes the name. Yeah, the name of whatever place they're at. So it was A Haunting on Brockmire Street, and that was on.
And then Brockmire Street is in Saginaw?
It is in Saginaw.
Okay.
And that's on Amazon?
Yeah, Prime Video.
Prime Video. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Cory, you got something?
I did, and then we got so in depth with this paranormal conversation, I kind of lost mine.
I think I
So
got a
Danielle
little
really
bit
did
of
pick yours, didn't she?
No, that wasn't.
Yeah, I have one. I have a...
Go ahead while I try to reconvene here.
Yeah. So in catching up with... trying to cut through some of the flicks that are on my list for Netflix in my queue, I ended up watching this movie called Enemy on Netflix with Jake Gyllenhaal. And essentially the description for the movie is he's like a mild-mannered college professor who's kind of down the dumps forever, but then he finds out he has a twin. And this twin has a really interesting life. And that's pretty much all I'll say. But the movie is called Enemy, and it's one of those... I will tell you right now, I thought it was great, but it's a lot like Memento or Pi or a lot of those other sort of head-scratcher type movies where not everything is as it seems and they don't explain anything. There's a lot of jumping back and forth in time. And symbolism in the movie... probably one of the best ending shots of any movie I think I've ever seen. But if you're one of those, and I have family members who are like this, where they hate movies where they have to do any guesswork. They want kind of everything laid out, and it's like a ride that they go on. Like, entertain me. This is not one of those movies. I really know someone who hated Pulp Fiction because they're like, I don't get it. John Travolta was... First he was alive, and then he was dead, and then he was alive again? Spoiler alert. I don't like that movie. It doesn't make any sense to me. And they're like, because they jump back and forth. He's like, nope, jump back and forth in time. Not my cup of tea. I don't like that. Don't play with time. There are those people. So this movie would not be for those people. But if you're looking for something that's probably like a 90-minute short movie, and if you're a fan of Jake Gyllenhaal, definitely recommend Enemy on Netflix. Did I buy you any time?
You did. I recall what I was going through.
Woo! Working together.
So it's been out for a little bit, but they still have new seasons.
Cory, put
coming
it
out.
away.
Oh, sorry. But I happen to get stuck on The Curse of Oak Island.
Wait, have I heard this before?
Because it's been on the History Channel for years now.
Was this a previous pick by you or?
No, because I literally just started watching it.
Why do I know this?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I know why you know it, because I brought it up the other night when we were hanging out.
Oh, okay.
How Scott ruined it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Gave away the ending.
Are you gonna?
Oh, he
Are you gonna tell us? I ruined it for you.
I kind of want to.
You should.
Even though it's my pick of the week, I want
Can you do it without ruining it for somebody else who's listening?
Yeah, maybe we're
Because
gonna
you are recommending it.
Maybe we want to watch it.
Yeah.
to. Well, then I won't give away what.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, let me just say though, Scott did completely ruin the entire. So I started at season 3.
Wait, you started in season?
I started in season 3.
Why?
Because that was the only thing available on Netflix, whatever I was watching on.
Okay.
And then I was finally able to get a hold of season 1 and 2, so I started watching those. And once I finished 1 and 2, I went to 4. And I think I was about halfway through 5 when Scott came over.
This is when Scott came
Scott
over.
Who is Scott?
Scott Goodwin,
Yeah.
the wrecker of TV shows.
Okay.
He was having casual conversation.
Oh, that's Scott Goodwin. Oh, all right.
Having casual conversation, and he like, "Oh, this is the Curse of Oak Island, huh?" I'm like, yeah, it is. And from there, he completely ruined
Just shit all over it.
Oh,
Oh, I read an article, and
Yeah,
this is what happened.
yeah. He's basically, I saw on the internet the other day. Blah blah. Blah. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. And he continued on, and then he's like, well, I don't want to ruin it for you. I'm like,
He
well,
didn't say
no.
that.
Oh, he did.
After he gave away the 2 pieces of information that ruined
Right. So I'm like,
the show.
oh boy. Well,
Yeah.
I guess which I've still been watching it, but now,
It's totally unsatisfying.
yeah, because some of the stuff they pull up, I'm like, oh, I know where this is
Yeah, I
going.
know where that's going. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, because they're on season 7 now.
I hope that I have never inadvertently ruined something like that for somebody.
Right?
I feel like I probably have, though.
But yeah, it's at first you're kind of like, yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. Like these guys, like
Yeah.
they're searching all over this island for this treasure that people have been searching for 200 years, and and they're investing millions and millions of dollars into this investigation.
Is this fiction or no?
No, this is real.
Okay.
And I mean, these guys, they're from the 2 guys that are actually on the show now. They're sons of an oil tycoon, and so they just have money to put into this.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that they do, like, I mean, you're talking the best of the best, like drilling equipment and all that they can get. They're paying divers millions and millions of dollars to go down and check out these sites.
Right.
And it seemed like everything up until around episode or season 5, like they'd hit something and they're like, oh yeah, nope, nothing. And you're like, okay, these guys are just spending all this money literally for nothing.
Yeah.
And then some stuff does start coming about that you're like, oh, wait a second. And that's what got me hooked until Scott shit all over it.
Scott.
But yes, The Curse of Oak Island, available on Netflix. The history
Don't
app.
watch it with Scott.
Yeah, do not watch it with Scott because he'll ruin it right away for you.
Another shot, sir?
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to stick with the peanut butter cup, or you want to
I'll switch it up.
switching it up? Back to the deep freeze with this one?
Ooh, that was actually holding my headphones.
Now they're done.
Oh, man. Well, you can't use a bottle that needs to be deep frozen as your headphone.
Bob has really fucked up a lot of things for me in the time we've been friends. The night that he fucked up my vape.
Completely did something to it that I've never seen in my life with my vape. Like he was like, I don't know, man, and he just hands like literally he tried to press the button to use it, and within a second handed it back to me. The screen was like blank, all on zeros, and nothing would respond at all. He's like, I'm like, you had it for like 5
oopsie.
seconds. What did you press? And it was like talking to my mom. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, how do you not? What did you touch? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, and it took me like 25 minutes just to tool around with
And
it.
take it apart and put it all back together.
I still don't. I have no idea what he did or how I fixed it.
Is it? You did fix it, though?
Yeah.
After 25 minutes?
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh man.
As a matter of fact,
Glad that ended well.
not to circle back around real quick, but
That's the Oka thing.
it is. That's your family crest, right? On that shield?
No,
Oh, I thought it was.
no.
That cross has a lot to do with some of the stuff in Oak Island.
That is a cross worn by Crusaders during the Crusades.
And the Crusades have a lot to do with Oak Island.
Okay.
So
So why would that be my family crest?
I could have sworn you told me a story about that one time. Disregard that. But yeah, the Crusaders have a lot to do with
Oh,
Oak
nice.
Island.
Cool. Yeah.
So I think if you have that down here, you would definitely be a fan of the show.
Is that kind of like saying, hey, you really like that Butch Cassidy documentary, you should watch the Butch Cassidy movie?
I guess so.